What an amazing day we had yesterday, very inspiring. And I'm so happy to be here to talk about career development as a woman in tech. Or maybe after that introduction, should I say a mother in tech? Now, for those of you who are not mothers, this is for you also. So please don't leave, all right? So, do you know the question I'm being asked the most often? How do you manage your busy life? And behind that question, they don't dare tell me, but they believe I'm crazy. This is what inspired what I will share with you today. I am the happy mother of 4 children while being very satisfied with my career development. No, please don't. Their father and I both work full-time. I go out jogging 3 to 4 times a week, and we follow our kids in their competitive sports activities. Being the vice president of a global product development organization located in many countries, there is a lot of travels that need to be squeezed in this busy life. And having this position, I certainly don't have the feeling that having kids impacted my career negatively. So, how do I do all this? Well, here's my secret. Between the 2,000 of us, keep it for yourself. I have superpowers. Some days I wish, but no. You will be disappointed. You do not meet a superhero today, nor do you meet someone who works all day and night. You have in front of you someone who thought she could do everything and was unbeatable. Until the age of 27, when I had a wake-up call, and I flew right into a wall. So imagine a superhero crashed into a wall. This is not a glorifying picture. That wake-up call taught me a lot, and I promised myself not to forget what I learned. I recognize that I'm lucky with a healthy family living with the most fantastic and supportive life partner. But there are other factors, other behaviors that reinforce my well-being and satisfaction. So, to be asked so often about how I did it forced me to do an introspection, the reverse engineering of my life. So I performed an analysis. Engineers love analyses. And I worked on Josee's life analysis. And I came to the conclusion that to be satisfied with my career development while having a big family was a matter of choices, focus, and learning. Today, I share my experience. By no means do I pretend to own the perfect recipe for success or tell you what to do. I will talk about my way, and everybody needs to find their own way. But I will hope that my experience can inspire some of you, and hopefully you will not have to hit a wall to change some habits. Starting with choices, life choices. I chose to put my well-being at the top of my priority list. Again, I'm lucky. I have good physical and mental health predispositions. but still I need to be careful. Did you ever realize the number of people around us, your friends, colleagues, family, or yourself, that have burnout? Burnouts are more frequent than ever, and mental well-being is a hot topic. And all the statistics I looked at said it was even more frequent for women. So, one of my learning when I hit that wall is to recognize the signs. When I stop smiling, I stop having fun, or I stop sleeping well. What are your signs? When those signs appear, I choose to have one priority: act on them. Not pretending they will disappear magically, and act now. I need to act before being so stressed out that I end up in a vicious circle of stress, no sleep, stress, no sleep. And as a mother, I am scared to let my family down. It forces me to act quickly. To have children helped me to remain balanced. I do have periods of intense work where I work extra hours and so on, but that pace cannot be kept for a long period. That's the tricky part. In the last few years, I also discovered the importance of having ways to relax and escape. I don't escape far, sometimes only in the backyard, enjoying my morning coffee, observe birds, or go out for a run. This is what gives me the energy to do the rest. My life partner illustrates this by saying that I have the ability to plug myself into a charger. Find a way to plug yourself into a charger. Now, some work-related choices. I learned young to listen to my internal voice and intuition. I declined some promotion opportunities, knowing that the step would be too big or I would not be passionate about it. Along with health and rest, if you have passion, the sky is the limit. I've always tried to choose jobs with a good balance between being in the comfort zone and challenges, and for which I was passionate. I even chose to work part-time for a while. I'm not saying here not accepting challenges. I am talking about accepting reasonable challenges and to climb the ladder one step at a time. At one point in my life, I decided that my career development was not a race, and it turned out to pay out. And I'm quite satisfied with today's results. This could be seen like a lack of ambition by some people, but sincerely, I'm quite happy. Second, focus. You know, with 4 kids, I've been overwhelmed so often that I was kind of forced to focus on what is essential. Everybody agrees that focus is important, but do you know where to focus? An inspiring leader once talked to me about the image of a huge dresser with a lot of small drawers containing things to be done. What happens if you open them all? The dresser will fall on you. And normally, the dresser is much more bigger and overwhelming than the one you see on the picture. And in front of that situation, you may be tempted to speed up, to open and close more drawers, or work overtime. And you may end up in the vicious circle I was talking about, and a continuous feeling of dissatisfaction. But you need to realize that you cannot do everything. All those drawers are never equally important. I try to spend time to determine what drawer to open first and focus on a few, on the strategic ones. But how to identify those strategic drawers? There is no other way than taking a step back, think, and analyze. And if, once you've done that, you still don't know, seek for help. Mentors, your boss, best practices. This is where it pays off to put your well-being at the top of your priority list. Because if you are continuously exhausted, you will lose this ability to take that step back. Allow yourself to take a step back. And I also realize that it pays off to climb the ladder one step at a time, because a reasonable pace in climbing the ladder brings experience. And experience increases your ability to see the broader picture. So, once you have identified the strategic drawers to open, planning comes into play. With the team, we plan the opening of the important drawers and leave the other ones closed, even if we know what is in them. We postpone their opening. Planning is key. With good planning, work becomes almost effortless. I have done very long weeks of work when younger. Over the years, I realized that with focus and planning, a lot can be done in a reasonable week of work. Success is not a matter of number of hours at work. It's a matter of productivity and results. Finally, learning. Life is a continuous journey to grow and learn. Once you are in a new position, you have new responsibilities, new challenges. You cannot know everything at first. I have chosen to learn from others, learn from the most talented ones, learn from experiences and apply those learnings. Another excellent way to learn is to listen to your team. I am surrounded by talented people from which I learn a lot. An excellent team is crucial. A team that you will recognize and you will maximize the use of their capabilities. And while trying to nurture their growth, I work hard to bring them along in the journey of focusing on what is important. And as a leader, if you are in front of non-performance, if you act and manage it, the payback of your effort is huge. For me, learning was key. to feed my desire to grow, always grow, do my best to continuously grow. My dream has always been to be a taller woman, and I cheat a little bit with my high heels. In short, I am very satisfied with my career development in this typically male-dominated work environment. I achieved it with respect to my well-being, with choices, focus, and learning. Making sure to be surrounded by a talented team, trying to simplify my life to reduce the risks of breakdown, and never take my well-being for granted. And I would lie if I told you it was always easy. I have met a few role model leaders in my life that I pictured as being invulnerable. Turns out they all had their moments of vulnerability. There are more and more mothers with responsibility roles, more and more fathers taking their full share of parental responsibilities, an increasing number of families with both parents working, sometimes with sick kids or single mothers. Our professional world, even if it has progressed a lot and is still progressing in the right direction, is not yet perfectly adapted to this situation, right? In the meantime, we have to find our own solutions. My message to you today is to find your own choices to assure your well-being, which is the first winning condition for satisfaction and happiness. Thank you. Dziękuję.